Each week, Val and Amber make royal predictions and track breaking news headlines. Last month, 2 espionage clues, November 22nd.
Wow, the Queen of Swords. So this card is actually a redhead.
4 days later, a report that a red-headed British diplomat is accused of posing as a spy. Last week's prediction, Val spots a bully in the chart.
Might start around Monday afternoon. It's some kind of bullying theme.
A deadly afternoon in Wisconsin and a politician who refuses anti-bullying and sexual harassment training.
Yeah, I keep getting women.
Hello, everyone. I'm Val Evans. It is Friday, December 20th, 2024, and we are focused on the headlines next week, starting on Sunday, December 22nd. Amber will be joining me in a minute to review the past week's clues using the charts and the tarot cards, and of course, making some new predictions. On this show, we make predictions on current events and how they affect royal family members, the UK, and the world, to teach astrology and to show you how to make your own predictions using your solar return chart. And if you'd like help, you can just go to my website and order a predictive solar return calendar or a personal reading. A special thanks to the members that make this show possible, the valedictorians. If you'd like to become a valedictorian, just click the join button. There's also a link in the description box. So we're live every Friday. I'm looking forward to the end of 2024. How about you?
I am definitely excited for the end of 2024. Yes.
There were some highs and lows, I think, for a lot of people. We saw a lot of changes, a lot of shocks, and we started the show in 2024. So that was one really highlight for me. And we're going to get to Prince William in a little bit, but can we talk first about the spy that we mentioned in our intro? I had taken that picture of that spy that they, I think, briefly printed, and I put it in our intro. And I was trying to find a better picture of him today. You cannot find, at least from my standpoint, I couldn't, the picture of that spy. Suddenly, it's like they replaced him with like a building. Kind of crazy that we got that clue.
Yeah.
We got that clue on the redhead too. Wow.
Yeah.
So
wild.
He is a British diplomat that, quote unquote, is a spy, according to Putin. And so he kicked him out of Russia. Last week, we'd gotten some eerie clues about women and bullying them. And so everyone was shocked when it was revealed that, I believe she was 15 years old, Madison, Wisconsin teen. So we're looking at a Leo town, Madison, and she opened fire on 8 people. And the shooting lasted 8 minutes. So some Scorpio kind of themes. So tragic. What is the deal, I want to know, with Nigel Farage? He is completely uninterested in anti-bullying training or sexual harassment training. There is, I think, a growing contingent of women, particularly over probably 50, of women who are very upset right now. In the news this week, the over 50 WASPs, they are the Women Against State Pension Inequality, will not be getting compensation. It was decided this week after it was a long fight. They feel that they are due compensation for not being notified enough in time, the retirement age, and how it was changed from 60 to 65. So the word that was in the news was betrayed. Women are feeling betrayed this week in the UK. So I think there might be a couple of revolutionaries on the horizon. You have a pre-spread you probably wanted to talk about.
Well, I didn't have a clue what we would talk about, but I love when I get, the astrological cards that sort of go with what is current, which is Pluto and Aquarius. And then I have the 12th house, which I thought was interesting. But the tarot card that I did get was the Hierophant. It just sort of made me think of big tech or big religion, big institution, something 12th house-esque, hospitals,
Jail.
jail. Yeah.
They're showing a lot of photos of Luigi right now. And the headline today is Saint Luigi. I couldn't believe it. I almost spit out my coffee. I was saying something like, there's like a murder that's coming up, and you pulled that card. What was it again? I always forget.
Oh, was it the Eight of Swords?
It was the one where it was the religious card where the 3 people were there.
Oh,
And you,
yes, in the cathedral.
yeah,
Yes.
this is where you go to see Amber, and all of her videos go to @TaurusMoonTarot761. And you actually wanted to mention a special offer, right?
Yes, I'm in the holiday mood, so I am excited to offer one of my tarot decks to
Okay.
loyal member, maybe.
Great. And so you'll do it like whoever orders a reading first
First, after today.
after
Yes.
today
Yes.
gets a free tarot deck.
Yes.
And we know your tarot decks, they're awesome. So that's a great deal. There's the books and there's Amber's information. But this is the Windsor Christmas card for 2023, Christmas 2023. Notice how it's black and white. This is Saturnian. So not to say that, if you have a black and white Christmas card, it's going to be a terrible year, but a lot of thoughts and memories and maybe some sadness that happened in the coming year for them. And they've got a much happier Christmas card this time. We are going to look at the chart first before we get to Prince William for December 22nd. That is starting on Sunday at midnight. And just a real quick visual for you. If you want to know how we look at the week, we just look at the first house is Sunday, second house Monday, and continue on and see what we can see, what might be happening, which is how we got the bullying last week on Monday afternoon. And the way we can find whether it's the morning or the evening is earlier on in the house is the morning, and then later on in the house is the evening. So this is what I have. This is a pretty important week because we start a brand new ascendant or rising sign, which is Libra now. Generally, Libra is a really nice sign. Virgo can be too. There can be, think about what happened when we were in a Virgo rising sign. It was all about healthcare, and things were discussed a lot and hashed and rehashed. Of course, there was a lot of scandal as well, but now we've got the ascendant here. It's at really 0 degrees Libra. Libra is marriage, contracts, weddings. We might actually hear something about a wedding, maybe this weekend, because the first house would be Sunday. But
Hierophant is also a marriage.
So
and it's Taurus, which is Venus ruled. And so is Libra. Interesting.
Maybe a union of some sort. But there's a pro and con here. The South Node, when there are red lines, can mean a great despair. So despairing over a marriage. When there are blue lines, which there are, it can mean happily letting a marriage go. Getting out of a long contract. It's a spiritual person. And you got a lot about spiritual. Could be a church contract. And we could probably think of a bunch more, but that's what I have for the South Node. There's going to be, there might be someone who is very, very kind of sad and despairing.
Yeah.
So I think there could be something about marriage news. It might not happen exactly on Sunday. It sure seems like it will be. And I thought, wonder what you could get out of that for maybe the Sunday time frame.
This is definitely some kind of celebration.
Okay.
This could be a part, going to, and it's public. This is something to the public, very front facing to people in the news. And it's Wheel of Fortune. It's actually something really positive. It's like a union of people that's very, it changes something in a major way, changes a trajectory of some kind. So if it's a partnership, it's probably geared towards something very big with the Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah.
2 very powerful people, perhaps.
Deb, you said, have you all done a reading on Trump and how the U.S. will fare? I do have a couple of Trump videos you have to check out, but not recently. So thanks for the reminder. And thank you, Aileen. And Wendy, nice to see you. Welcome. Meg says Amber's readings are awesome. And all right, Aileen is here. Aileen, can we tell everyone your real identity? And Lynn's, hi ladies, love from Sheffield. Deb, yeah, the U.S. is going to shut government again. This is a big thing. And you can see this in the chart. It's almost like government despair. Everything is shut this week. It's got a lot of, because the sun is in Capricorn and it's in a huge T square at the moment. I mean, could simply be that everything's shut for Christmas, but I don't think so. Yes, it's Angel. So Angel, she has, she's just doing a different name this week. Penny, nice to see you. Politician despair. So can we pull a card about the politician? Because this could actually be, could there be a very spiritual politician? Or it could be that a politician, you know who that could be, talking about the new UK ambassador. He's not new, but to Trump, and they're calling him a moron. I mean, it's bad. It's not good for diplomacy.
Yeah.
What is his name? Is it Mendelssohn? Can you give us a little bit of a hint on the politician that the chart's telling us about this week?
The first card that came out when you brought that up, and the word despair, is that Three of Swords. So this is pretty hurt. You know, there's some hurt and pain. Oh, that was the Ten of Swords on the bottom. We'll get a clarifier though. I want to see who it is. Let's see. So, I don't know what they do, but they might do something with transportation. There's a lot of money around it. Chariot. This Chariot card to me is, it like, as a person, is someone very controlled, very well managed and controlled. They don't have a lot of drama around them typically, but they do have a lot of money.
You had said something about transportation last week, and what did come up, I think it just dropped today, was Tesla is recalling thousands of cars. I can't remember why, but yeah, so that was some transportation news.
Yeah.
And so maybe some more, but more on the public transport. Oh, what's that?
Sun card. Did you just say Mendelssohn?
Yes.
Is that the name?
I don't know. It's something sun though.
Well, there's the clarifier for that on the bottom. So I just happened to notice it. So it could be.
Okay. We need Jan here. And Barbara, maybe you can tell us. Oh my goodness, I'm late again. I apologize, sending all my love to you all. And if I don't say before it's ended, happy Christmas to you all. Thank you, Barbara. And now this is something, Dionysia 100. Kate and William do not live together. William said that Charlotte cried when she saw his beard. Okay. And so we've got someone from North Wales. Hello, Amanda. Yes. I don't know. What is the quote unquote kids? Did you guys look at the Christmas card of Harry and Meghan and the kids? Oh yeah. I think it's real, Buckeye. I mean, why would they want to fake that? I don't know. I think it's a cute photo. Debbie said, I don't understand most of his cabinet picks. I don't think anybody does. Let me just throw everybody that you know in there. So this is the full chart for the week ahead, and there's some pretty good things, and it looks as if women are going to have a good week, the strategic women. And so we're going to go the South Node, but first of all, here's the yuck. The sun down here is Capricorn, so this is government, and it's just stuck. There's also scandal too. When you have a square to Neptune, there's probably going to be another scandal. Could be a religious scandal or something, a scandal they just can't get rid of. I think I know which one that is. You can see there is a female here in Aquarius, and then it's a trine to Jupiter in Gemini, showing two or more women, maybe revolutionaries, and there is a big grand trine here. So this could come in either on Sunday, or it could come in Thursday. And it's very good for these women because the ninth house is the press. Let's see, Jupiter represents the sixth house and give or take the third house. I wonder it could have something to do with workers, but let's talk about the women. And it looks like women online or the women revolutionaries. Who are those women, those revolutionaries with the strategy? And I say strategy because of Black Moon Lilith.
Okay.
They might actually be kind of like black haired.
Okay.
And you might see them online, and they are in the news this week, and they're very powerful.
Yeah. There's a spiritual element, and it's like big conversation. They have a lot to say, and it's about something from the past. So it's like bringing up a topic that is spiritual in nature, that needs to be addressed head on, clearly and logically and honestly. This is like, raw honesty and raw words, I would say, raw words about something from the past around women's issues. Yeah, this to me feels more rebellious than revolutionary. This feels like a little bit of a, kicking your shoes in the dirt a little bit.
I hope so, because there needs to be some kicking done. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Jacqueline. Lord Peter Mandelson. Don't you love it? Couldn't be any more manly to be ambassador. He is a labor peer, and he's spoken ill of the Trump administration, so it's kind of awkward. Patsy's here, and Patsy, you said maybe the politician in despair is it's Kier, right? As he's not having a good time. Talk going around the party aren't happy with him either. Yeah, he's having a hard time. And there was a lot of these politicians always pick the strangest times to go to the islands, when their constituents are sitting at home freezing. And that's what happened when Kier went to go meet Prince Charles in Australia and all of that. So that didn't start things off very well, but okay. But yeah, I really like this Venus here. Could be family women because of the fifth house. But let me see. There's also, there's a sextile to Chiron. This is a healing. This could be something that's very healing. The women could also have tats. They could also be fighting and winning. These people, these women, they're warriors. They're coming in, and God help anyone who stops them.
Yeah.
Mandelson has been linked to Jeffrey Epstein. Okay. Yep. Yeah, what's going on? This is just breaking news. The pre-dinner William and Kate missed was King Charles Okay, so they were already supposed to miss that, but it still was kind of a surprise that people weren't going to go, or that they weren't going to go to Charles's Christmas dinner. Okay, so another thing that's in the news is Prince Harry's pretty upset because back in May 2023, Harry and Meghan were attending a big Ms. event with Gloria Steinem, inviting them. And remember that car fiasco where they had security problems, and apparently there was like a 2-hour chase. It was pretty frightening, at least according to Prince Harry. Well, he's upset about it. And he is actually screaming cover up.
Yeah.
So he's written letters now, and it's pretty bad. So what I thought I would do would be to just pull the chart. They were done about 10 o'clock that night. And this is what I'm getting. And so this is a T-square. It looks pretty bad. Everybody is pretty angry. And there's so much stress. Oh my God. And a lot of Venus here, meaning wealthy people. A lot of Taurus. And also you can see that you've got Jupiter and the moon is famous people, and North Node and Mercury, this is a group of foreign people. So
Yeah.
even though Meghan might not be foreign, she's still the Duchess of Sussex. So it's someone with a title, someone who, might be important or wealthy. And there is some serious, serious problem here. It's a big grand square. Mars is usually the police, and they're not being much of any help. It kind of looks like, I hate to say it, but there's a trine to Neptune, which is a photographer. The third house is on the road.
Mm.
So there could be, according to Harry, somebody covering up something. Maybe there's corruption. So I wanted to ask you, sure
Mm.
looks like somebody knows a photographer, but apparently they were getting out. They were blocking them. It was pretty frightening,
Yeah.
remembering the Princess Diana,
Yeah.
fiasco and August 1997, traumatizing. So what do you think about that night? Can you give us any more detail as to was there some shenanigans by the police, the New York cops?
Oh my gosh. Well, the first two things that I have chills. So the Knight of Pentacles with this High Priestess, which sometimes and this is what I'm feeling right now, is the Diana energy. And it's such a repetitive story. But it's like maybe this isn't exactly the story about the chase may have been overplayed, because this is underwhelming travel. This is underwhelming. This is slow. This is not moving along. Maybe this is the investigation, but it has a Diana connection, which is fascinating.
Definitely. So maybe Prince Harry is on to something there. Face Painter, you asked, where did you read about Harry being angry? This was the Daily Mail this morning. And there's letters to prove it. And they published the letters that were back and forth between the security and the police. Deb, wow, they were going to Hammer Hall. Oh my God, that makes sense. There's so much Mars, which would represent a hammer. Or, it's Amner. Amner Hall. Okay. So, but still, it was basically Hammer Hall that night.
Well, I think
Patsy,
it's the Emperor, which is the police. And it's like they're blind to it. The
yep,
police are
they're
kind of
like,
blind to something.
we don't know anything. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Sorry, Prince Harry.
Put that away.
Yeah. Like, do you think New York cops, they care about anything? They care about Luigi right now. They care about traipsing him in front of all the cameras, which is what some of Luigi's supporters are saying. And so I saw a report today from an American magazine saying Kate is living with her parents. Okay. There is definitely something going on behind the scenes because of the fact that Prince William and Princess Catherine, they're saying that they decided not to go to Prince Charles's event for Christmas, and that was today, I think. Could we ask you what you think about what's really going on? Was it that they were upset with Andrew, or that Andrew didn't make it? Is there some kind of stress or tension behind the scenes because of the decision for them not to go to this breakfast or event?
Two of Swords. This is blocking something, blocking people, being ignored, ignoring someone. Let's see what it is. I feel like, I think it was a decision to have a little bit less stress, to be more joyful. I think that it was cutting something out. It's like saying, I'm not going to my toxic in-laws. I'm going to go, do something else. It's just, it's uncomfortable. It's very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Causing Eight of Swords, like just a headache, big fat headache.
Okay. Boy, I got to remember that one. Deb, you think it has to do with young George? Okay. Hey, Sierra user. Hello. Happy to catch you live. Just got back from walking the dog. Cold here for San Francisco Bay, California, I bet. Yeah. Deb, I think the young royals aren't all into the pomp and circumstance, which is kind of depressing. I'm all into it. More. It's a good thing I'm not in there. The story of tension between William and Charles comes to mind. Toy, you said, definitely care about making a massive statement with his plane to the helicopter to every agency surrounding him as he does the perp walk for the people. Luigi.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Yes. So welcome, Janet B. And D. Lockhart, it's something to do with Camilla's son. That's a good perspective. Okay. All right. And so, yeah, there it is. Close up, the very famous couple there. And they were obviously having a pretty hard time from all angles. So now I'm going to look at the Evening Standard Solar Return for a second. And we're into January 11th. And just so anybody who's just joining us knows, we look sometimes at the Evening Standard Solar Return chart and try to figure out what might be in the news at any given month. So we're going to look at, we start the chart with June 11th. So now we're coming around. We're in the 7th house right now, but that's going to move January 11th to February 11th. And we're going to get Pluto here. We have got something pretty big. Now, Pluto is already activated, and that was last month. And we get some murders. This is a murder. I mean, it's a murder planet. I mean, if you're looking at mundane types of things, especially in a T-square with Mars and the moon. But this is extreme. This is probably online. It's in the 8th house. It might have to do with taxes. Yet, there is somebody is saying yay too. Let me show you. This is yay. And could be different rules on insurance or something. But this would have to do with people in the UK. So what is this good? I think it's a little of both. Let's talk about the murder first, which I think is coming. This is a big, big thing that's coming up with, it looks like could have military connotations. What do you think?
I'm looking here at this Pluto and Aquarius cards that came out before we started. This Pluto card. Yes, they're 5 of Swords. That's like fighting. That's a battle. That's definitely a battle.
Okay.
Interesting though, with the Hermit, this is a religious guru that people follow. This is religious fight, broiling. 10 of Swords. It's at the end of something though. Or it creates an ending of some kind. There's definitely a financial impact. Not that any kind of political war or live real war and fighting and conflict doesn't cause that, but there's a financial impact. That 4 of Pentacles in reverse.
I wonder.
But it's got a religious component.
A religious component. That's interesting. Yeah. Because to me, I look at it. Now, Mars is in Taurus, so you're absolutely right. It is going to be financial. And let me just bring that up here. So you can see, there it is, Mars and Taurus up at the top there in the 11th. There's lots to do about money. Could be the farmers. This is like a farmer's fight. But the other thing too is the moon is in Leo, and that is the kingdom. It's also money in the king. So the king's money is tied up. Maybe, I don't know if that's.
Yeah. There might be another headline around a spy, because I do have the spy card.
Okay. Yes, This is a spy up here.
Yeah.
So could be a couple of headlines here. One big spy is out for everybody to see, but yet at the same time, I mean, this is a lot of anger, especially with the 11th house. This is communities. It could be farmers. It could be something about also taxes and real estate, where something is kind of like nobody's getting help with something. Could be their taxes. It's like, oh, get ready for tax season, and people just start to get angry starting in 2025. But possibly maybe it's a good thing that when we see the sextile to Neptune, this could be good news about insurance, hospitalization, uh, therapy, care.
Yeah.
So that might be good.
I think I should go back on the spy word. It's
Okay.
more what I'm hearing is whistleblower.
Okay.
Whistleblower. Something, yeah, like that.
Yeah, it looks like because, you know, if you have the whistleblower here, look at how there's this big drop here. So it's almost like there's a whistleblower that falls.
Yeah.
So that's a possibility. But it does look like they make, because it's part of this kite, they make some kind of big statement that
Yes.
works for them.
Yeah.
So we're going to go to Prince William's home, and this is his 2025 solar return. This is the rising sign is in Cancer, and so, you know, for anybody who's just starting to discover the solar returns, your solar return chart is going to change every year, which kind of gives you a new personality every year. And so his starts in June, and he sure is doing a lot of talking because Mercury is in the first house. Wow, do people see him talking more than they have ever seen him talk because of Mercury showing chatty words. Mercury are in Cancer, famous words. So I'm not sure, but whatever he's saying is really something that makes a mark, because of positive mark, because you can see how there is this triangle to part of fortune, and it's in a stellium here. So this could have something to do with the future, something futuristic. He really wants to, what's the word?
Mm.
Modernize. And this could be about modernization. But what we want to do when we look at the solar return is we want to look at every house and see how things are going in every segment of your life. And so what I'll do here is just look at his fourth house, which is the home.
Right.
And the home, South Node is in there. Now, usually when South Node is in your fourth house, it can show that you are letting go of maybe some real estate or a home.
Yeah.
And
Sure.
so this could be a couple of homes because Mercury is 2 or more. So this looks, actually, he's glad to get rid of something. Now, I wonder if you could tell us, maybe give us some clues about something that has to do with his home that he's happy about.
Let's see. The Hierophant in a different deck.
Okay.
Okay, that could be. Oh my gosh! Yes, a home. The Four of Wands. That is a home. It's a moon card. Interesting.
Is it a new palace?
It could be. Yeah, there's like yes, getting rid of, losing something, ending
Oh my gosh.
at the home.
You know, I think if it's true about Kate moving to her parents, it's because she's probably afraid because
Yeah.
of the thieves that came onto their property.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like a new start somewhere.
Yeah.
A new
Okay.
beginning with the Fool.
Oh, that's nice. It's nice to get the Fool.
Yeah.
And Elphaz, how do you read T squares, Val? Is the apex or what? It's so interesting. Yeah, the apex is a clue. It's kind of like the cause of what all of the fuss is all about. So if you're thinking of the Harry and Meghan chart, they were kind of the cause in a sense because they're so popular and
Yeah.
everybody wants to talk to them and take a photo of them, that it causes complete havoc. So you can see those rich people down there trying to move and they can't. But KG, soft launching their divorce. And I think you mean Prince William and Princess Kate. I think they'd be happy in a palace. They could just go on one side or the other and nobody would ever know. So I don't know why they would go to different locations. Yes, Rachel Reeves says taxes might go up again next year. I'm going to say labor's in trouble. Could we get a card for labor for 2025? Oh my God.
The very bottom of the deck. is that Three of Pentacles reversed. So yeah, that's, definitely some kind of misrepresentation is the word that just came to me.
Is this
Where
for William?
this is for the taxes
Oh,
question.
taxes. Okay. Yes.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
Pentacles means money.
Money.
What
Yeah.
does it mean reversed?
It means a loss. It
Okay.
means a loss of it. It's like shake out the purse, and it might have a big impact. It's a lot of, it could be an increase. It's like a loss to the people. Actually, this is also the church. So is there something with the church and taxes?
Okay. In Texas? What do you mean?
The church and taxes.
Oh, taxes. I thought you said Texas.
Taxes.
There are a lot of churches in Texas. Yes. So maybe, the churches themselves, maybe something about that scandal where they're gonna need to unravel that with the royals and
Yeah.
the tenants and I think the
Hmm.
churches.
Yeah.
Angel. And it's so funny. We talked about Rachel Reeves. Reeves is a name for a Leo, Christopher Reeves. And think about what happened. We always talk about like superheroes and Leos. They're always like big beasts or they're big people. And so Reeves is definitely, when I think of Rachel Reeves, I think of her as a Leo. So hi, Kimberly. Nice to see you. And water rates going up. Yeah, Patsy's like, I hope they're in trouble. Oh my God. So let me go over to the next one. And yeah, lots of talking. I think he's going to actually talk a lot about his house. I mean, what is all of this talking here? And here's the thing, there's this kind of like square to Chiron in the 11th. So he might, there might be something about wanting to heal from, what do you think?
Could this be more about his campaigning with the homelessness crisis and homes for people?
Mhm.
That's that
Absolutely.
real estate, and yeah, could be.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the homeless,
Mhm.
it's like he actually has, it seems like he has success. He might be even donating, which would be weird. I don't know if they donate or not. I think they do. But there's somebody who does not want anything that he is giving, doesn't want to hear him. Somebody very, very angry next to the moon. And the moon is him. So he might not want to talk about something. It uh, could be social media related, could be the 11th house types of community, but I'm not sure what that is. That could be something he doesn't want to talk about.
Yeah.
What does Prince William not want to talk about?
Oh, the king, or
There you go.
change of titles,
Yes, doesn't want to answer questions, not answering questions because he probably doesn't know himself.
or the relationship. Yeah.
Whoa. The lover's card. Oh,
Mhm.
boy. Well, yeah, because maybe that is indicating that he's gonna continue to get those questions.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think he will, but maybe he'll see them around,
Yeah.
I don't think anybody would ask him a direct question. Okay, interesting. So that might still be in the mix next year. Oh, I wanted to ask you before I forget, because we're gonna get on to Black Moon Lilith
Mhm.
next, and I'm gonna show you where that is. There it is, Black Moon Lilith in the 5th house. But before I get to that, I wanted to ask you, what do you think Prince William's Christmas wish is?
Mhm. Let's see. 2 cards. Wow. I think he has a wish around money, lots of it, And nothing has to do really here with power, but this is the homeless card as well. This is not leaving people out, bringing people in, out of the cold, and that lover's card, relationship.
No, you did not get that. I was wondering
Yes.
because you had just put that lover's card back, and in the back of my
Yeah.
mind, I'm like, she's not going to get that lover's card.
And shuffled. Yeah. And this long-term family wealth card and the Jupiter card, like all good things. Yeah.
Whoa. Okay, so a lot of wishes there.
Big wishes.
Big wishes. And Dion, pensioners will die this winter because they took away their winter fuel allowance. Shame on them. They have no compassion or heart. It's going to be a big deal. Maybe Prince William will want to help.
Yeah.
Hi, ladies, just catching up. Apparently, Two-Tier has told UK councils to get on and fill in all the potholes in the roads, thinking the politician and the chariot card. Ah, well done. Yes.
Very.
Yes, Kimberly, it is cold in Ontario, I bet. Okay, Elfaz, you said, I heard they want more accountability from the church cover-ups besides Justin Welby stepping down. Okay. Angel, your coffin bender cracking me up, but that was from another show, right? Yes, Dion, that's his Christmas wish, to be with the one he really loves, which is his family
Yes.
and health too. Val, could it be that he does not want to talk about a relationship in the community? Yeah. Or relationship you mean like a community relationship? Now this is Black Moon Lilith. It's in the 5th and it's opposing Venus. Now in a man's chart, Venus can be the wife, but it can also be a friend. And it looks like this person is kind of being a troublemaker somehow. Let me see here. 1, 2.
Oh, I can't see the chart.
Oh, shoot. Okay. Here we go. All right. So I'm going to do this one more time. Okay. So here's Black Moon Lilith, and then there's the female. Yeah. She actually looks, because the moon is there, somebody pretty well known. I mean, not like he doesn't know everybody who's well known, but this is a very, very famous, wealthy woman. She's coming in. I think of our Harry and Meghan chart, and Meghan was Taurus, so it could be Meghan. But this is some trouble, and this will be June, July, August, September, October. This will be in the fall. Someone's coming in and making it difficult for him, and there's really no. Let me see. It's almost like they have to stand next to each other because he's Moon and she's Venus, but there's something that is nefarious here. It's some type of relationship that Prince William has that is Black Moon Lilith related, which is kind of it's I don't think it's a good relationship. Who do you think that is?
Well, the first card is the Devil in reverse. Yeah, it's Capricorn. So they could have very Saturn type qualities, like you said, sort of dark, right? They could work around, they could be affiliated with something to do with addiction recovery, his, the mental health piece. Oh my gosh. Yes, I was seeing this and I got the Knight of Pentacles again, but then I have the Queen of Pentacles. And this made me think of Black Beauty, which is certainly very Black Moon Lilith. And this is a dark-haired woman. So certainly somebody with power, but maybe someone who works with families in addiction or addiction recovery. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
The Devil in reverse gives me that.
But so I think it could be either Duchess Meghan. Some people are saying Camilla. And what do you think it is, or who do you think it is?
This has a lot of heavy Capricorn in it, which is actually Princess Catherine.
Oh,
I don't know.
It is because Venus is wife,
right? Yeah,
and this is a darkness, and it's kind of cutting in half a little bit their relationship, but Saturn rules his seventh, so that can be a good thing. There's some night, not a lot, but there are some really nice aspects to Saturn. Saturn, she is angry. Saturn in Aries, oh, she's angry.
Yeah.
And that's way up in the 10th house. It could be something as simple as, being upset that they don't have the right security, maybe that things aren't going the way that you want in
Right.
your family. So yikes.
Yeah, the Tower card just fell off the bottom.
Oh my.
So it could get pretty explosive. And the last card that I did get was the Queen of Wands, clarifying the Queen of Pentacles. I was like asking, is it Princess Catherine? And then it's like, this is the third party woman who comes in. That could be like an interference. There's someone interfering that angers her.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. There's drama. But what I would say to someone who is looking at their chart, I would say, look, it's not all year. Here are the months that you're going to have to deal with it. You just expect it. And expecting something, knowing the prediction helps you manage it a little bit better, manage your anger.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see. Okay. I think that's pretty much all I have today. Let me look at some of the comments. Shauna, the throaty voice. Oh, yes, that's right. Oh, I sound like Camilla today. I must. Yeah, someone works with addiction recovery, maybe. Alfaz, I love your Cookie Monster. Is that Cookie Monster? Kate, everything's coming out. Internet says Catherine is the patron for actions on addiction. Ah, yes. So that would be Saturn conjunct Neptune. So definitely there is something about addiction. Addiction is really big when it comes to her wedding chart, which we'll look at next week.
Huh.
Yeah, there's a big T-square through Pisces, and who's in the apex of that T-square? Her husband, her fiance at the time. So I don't know what that means, but we're going to have to get to the bottom of that.
That's going to be a good one. Yeah.
Thank you, Buckeye. Yes. And Shawnee, you said Saturn Capricorn card, Camilla. Okay, Camilla, yes. And everybody, we should be very happy. Camilla is feeling better. She's shopping. She's getting back into the groove, but she's getting ready for some kind of evolution, maybe. Could we pull one card about Camilla and then we'll sign off?
Yes. Yes. Nice to see that the recovery is there. Yeah. Actually, she might go quiet again. I mean, this is, in the upright is a well card. This is a woman, an older woman specifically. Okay. So it could be her. But it's usually someone who's very quiet and behind the scenes and isn't very public.
Okay. Well,
so
good.
She might spend some more time out of the spotlight.
All right. Thank you, Aileen. Everyone, please remember to like and subscribe. Turn the notifications to all. Happy holidays. And Aileen, you're asking for a sugar daddy for Christmas. We're interested in hearing what you guys want for your Christmas wish. So happy holidays, and give us some comments. Don't forget Amber's special. Make sure to catch our earlier show, or our show earlier on. It shows you all the details, and go into the description box for more. So thank you, Amber.
Thanks again.
Happy holidays, everyone.